much analysis. And days like this, Anna, you see, a conphobia or see a chrombobia and a chronotimbi. But so we are conform as a with me predict say, yeah, you may be saying, say, bet me about chrono. But after all of those things, still we get successor. Who are comfort chrono? Matching for cancer comfortation, or you can see a big comfort. And that's the level of the job that we do in this house. And now, yes, the Central African Republic by 4 goals to 3. A very, very important game and nearby. Mind you, before you do analysis nimu proper no. Yeah, have a recap of baby and you before say was 2 games we. In your group no in group I. Na your performance then about 2 games. Ya she baako pe elusu baako. Iti before that so nya akobo African Cup of Nations twice in a span of about 10 games. Ni ya she mu baako pe. Iti your results were bad. Your number of losses now was so. Your number of draws also was so. Iti ni here. Yekokobo sa match we na Ghana ni bia GDC ebetimi ahye Mali away at Bamako and then put up a 2 comeback performance at the Babanyara Sports Stadium no was definitely in doubt. But anyway, you both game you know. You win it by 4 goals to 3. For me, it is always about the whys and hows are yetimi boss aboard and how we're able to get service. It you go straight onto the tactical board. Na you with respect to your tactics no so video no I late yen twice na any and come on what say the bear we can have which Jordan said 3 goals. But before that 3 goals that Jordan said no, he was awarded for Sawabo a century of caps for the Black Stars. 102 games. And a Jordan are you Eboma Black Stars no our game which is very, very important. And say also number of games and then the number of goals per game about the Black Stars. He is up there in terms of the top names to the number of games about in the Black Stars. Now, how do we start the game? On the tactical board, of course, we will play in a 4-2-3-1. And me catch on the pre-match analysis say we were going to change how we played against Mali compared to how we remember against Central African Republic because Mali for money is different from Central African Republic for no. At Bamako, you're in a 3-back. No spaces everywhere. We were very compact without the ball. We could play and progress with players very close to each other. But some game you're in a 4-2-3-1. Or a 4-3-3 to an extent, and you don't really have variations. Players bang and a personal bang your digital game. It's still your 2 center backs in Jiku and a Salisu. You're not talking about the defense. Goalkeeper Lawrence Atizigi and you're about Gideon Mensah on the left hand side. But between Ali Dusedu and the most physical of the 2 right backs, no, and of course for a friend Ali Dusedu, who is also experienced playing at the Babaya Sports Stadium with a number of games. If you want them, still with the 2. Of Salis Abdul Samed and Thomas Third Party sitting at the base. But there was a little variation. You go on the picture on the tactical board, but they will talk about the variations. In the first phase, it was a bunch of Salis Abdul Samed, and then the receiving ball will party slightly up, Kudus into the house spaces, and your boy, your 2 wingers in Kamadin Sulemana, Fataru Shaku, and Jordan are you. Sir, Ubekaya. One of the few mamas and Elkoso and Baba Sports Stadium no so in the and they say I need to know to elbow Kamaldin on the left hand side. Now on the right hand side. So now Kamal can cut on the right hand side, now on the left hand side in the first half. So Kamal can cut in onto the right foot, and then Fatah Usaru can also cut in onto the favorite left foot now on also penal. Those were the questions. Now, Rich, your ball matching you know. Mina Kunya Bisa with the question. And my first question was about the switch of the 2 wingers, no. And Utie voice now when we be no to catch us say sometimes you're positive when we play was a sad game in the second half. No. I asked him say, what was the game plan? Now from your 2 catch me. This is a picture of Black Stars. Your first few minutes and you started first half no. Now your center backs the ABM. Then we build with a 3 that you are building in the first half. No. It was Ali Duseidu, Jiku, and Salis, and then in this picture, Ali Duseidu on the blind side of the picture on this side, but this is the 3 that we're building. But which problem and they say we expected Central African Republic for will sit in a mid block and a low block at some point in time and not press. Nientia Otuado first plan no alpha and they say Central African Republic caught us by surprise. They pressed us. No more press it, no more aggressive, no more about 3 or 4 different press triggers. The first press trigger for Central African Republic and now was Ali Luseidu. I mean, see a 2 center backs in the ball from. But Ali Luseidu receive ball in a body orientation on your comfortable with her. Then Mafuta will lead the lines. Rastaman Bakubino number 7. Very, very good to go and press the ball on the far side. And we had problems in ball progression. And you know, apart from Saya orientation of Ali Luseidu, we had problems of the distance between center backs. No, any Abrante fan Salis Abdul Samad to receive the ball. So watch any ads on Facebook on the tactical about that. You will see, sir.
If you are in a do, okay. There's a mon check man na yentoso. But you see, me problem and say proud to and no game no. Yet now on this same platform, I can say. So how Central African Republic for now? The last time I know my boy in September no. Louis Mafuta dan ni go now said the Central African Republic no. At the same thing, and I know I'm saying. Route 1 pass. Pa! And you're about 2, 4 and 5 no. And Fifi. I'm me and na no me very flat. But is it cause me problem to say? Sabrina atizigi well I say 4 and 5, which is Salisu and then Jiku. I come ya boat route 1 pass. I'm gonna go no other go with me day. Come out and sweep it. Okay, see. Young Kono, because I'm on for questions so we be say. So what Central African Republic? Nase waba way and your homo waba way. No the ball bako mienu miensa. 2 black stars at cinema. It means that 1, goalkeeping your problem. 2, your defense symbolic.
Okay, me say you're taking on the ball and off the ball. Now, when I make a chono, you're building up a free. Salis Abdul Samad na a recent born and also you made for us here. Salis Penakan will Fiifi-Manfred. It is only Salis Abdul Samad in the central area for Ghana. Now, it means that centrally, I'm winning numerical advantage. It can be a 3v1 or 2v1 in central areas. Salis is outnumbered. You can tell us consistently. Now go focus. Oh, Salis enya boni mo onyade. The structure in which ani ebono Salis was too fluid. Continue nya boni kampo receiving in this area. We had problems from Otuado. Now the idea from Otuado they say in ko push Thomas Partey into the house space, Mohamed Kudus into the house space, then we can go on and play from there. First thing, the Central Africans to pressing here, and we had a lot of problems from the very onset of the game. Yeah, baby, and your first penalty kick from Jordan Ayew. Our convert here, Emmanuel 1-0 for the Black Stars of Ghana, which was very good. Now, Rich, this is the place baby, worried about as a Ghanaian. And trust me, Endra, I wasn't in commentary position. It's maybe a I took tactical pictures alone. I have about 200 tactical pictures. And after the game, I introduced myself to Otuado. And I make a chance. I will send them those pictures in the mail. And he agreed to that. Now, there were a lot of the times I need to Fiifi-Manfred. You know now. Then we slide the pass into Mohamed Kudus. Now, area Kudus Ajibono. This is the time yes, you're considering your first goal. No. Kudus Bono. There are already 2 Central African players closing it down. And we don't have options. The only option close to him is Kamadin Sulemana, who is also back. Now, Rich, me slide it the next picture. Baby, I could lose a far bony free. No. Space there than you know. And Omoji bony free in some way.
And Kudus said you will be in now.
Me say, Rich, 2 boss, mommy.
Okay.
Kudus and Lucy ball the pet. Now we go straight to the center backs on this corner of your screen. Look at your center backs now.
Oh, but center line.
Which is fine. And no problem. Again, maybe say Otuado. Say ideally the best one is center backs and no kind. See a center backs na say baako aggressor. Na baako calm over ready game no. 2 of your center backs, none of them was the aggressor. Ideally, your first aggressor should have been Jiku. I will be closing down Mafuta. It before say born bebano. Walk closely down in Mafuta. You don't allow him 10. But because we already anticipate the danger, and maybe say to the question maker channel, I could see him nod his head in the post-match press conference. On wrong behind the center backs. No, we lack pace. And again, before crossing the video the goal now. This is the second picture I took. In this area, and then we are in trouble. Now, this is a video evidence of near course. So, mama pictures, no. I think there may be some video, no. I don't know why the video is not opening, but Una highlights no on Facebook. You can tell. I'm a clip on the Mohamed Kudus Ekem, Yajimo finish them, and just one pass. No, ball in 10. They transit the ball, and that's what Otuado and Kasakai in the pre-match press conference said. Central Africa for no only a very good in attacking transitions. Attacking transition nature say ukita ball na over the sheme na went to sheme no. Meji ball free sema they are limiting here. And that's exactly what Central African Republic for and now 18 years.
You go Mami Musawi. Timer. Atizigi realize say.
Yeah.
You're 4 and 5 in Jiku.
Yeah.
And then Salisu na come.
Yeah.
Ya borrowed one pass at the mama futa. Then an answer because Mimi Hunzo or shall go put him dodo.
Yes, true.
On my brand tennis space, it will all go in now. No, I didn't catch this about me.
Now, video
Pauli cried the
video. You see, now, the BS are quite chica crabby. The fear chica crabby. I could use a fabono. I'm not clipping our hard bone finish him. Over here was the video, mamma.
And I watch a bone.
Yeah, video now call longer. Opposite video, no honor. You see, at that point in time, and to me, you see, maybe the hour has here. Yaji body free cruise for Hasino. Before the goalkeeper, and say place never has any idea, you can't ask your friend a counter press. Bono, Yaji free cruise is some now. The counter press should go on. Your players don't even counter press. Now look at baby Kudus Yaji body finish them. No Ghanaian player is close to counter press and win the ball for us. It's the first option. From the attacking players and Otuado and Kasa can again in the post-match presser. Say the players no attackers no could not counter press in this zone. Now when you counter press, then it comes back to the centre backs. I think about aggressor. We didn't get an aggressor in there to read the danger. And again, you go back to Lawrence Atizigi. But for us to get a better view of Atizigi, Emma video you go slowly. Near Atizigi's starting position first. Then we can go on and analyze Atizigi was at fault and I say no not at fault. But you who are saying yes, because when you reach baby na center back no muja center line hole. Now born ya kepe between your two center backs.
So enti ebasa.
Yeah. Now look, Rich.
Born is say mafuta na born akotone.
Atizigi tinya hu bibia. Born you see na or try you be lobby born over him. Onya try the ball gets lobbed over Lawrence Atizigi and then he's in trouble. I say, maybe your baby is not in the box now no pay. And also video now, once the ball drops, Atizigi begins to go back and high no connecting or connecting.
It's because that time no achieve.
Yes, but you see, and you go keep me person be my
no me say but some just say go on there me the fault no ball.
Team na.
Yeah 4 and 5.
Including the coach.
What you say?
Yeah.
But I think Senka Atizigi Ebianka branded. So what I say? Me fa 40 ni baby mo no.
Yeah.
But me feel say Senka bi obantamo a. Ebianka branded no. Ko ontimi enya ho bi. Yan go to the next.
He has to be a sweeper goalkeeper and start to beat me, but definitely he could have done better. Now Rich, almost have to share a second goal from the same style of play.
Hey.
And you see, from the fluidity of your build up no. Your build up no too fluid to the extent that you pull Ali Dusedu. Now let's go to the second goal down for share. You see, say Ali Dusedu was pulled out, and it forced Abrantia, your friend Salisu, to come in and come and close down the gaps no honor. But Salisu to me or not as a player, he could not do too much because they were better than us tactically in the first half. To be very honest with you, I think the Otu underrated Central African Republic for no. He thought that they were only set back. But they were very, very good in at some point in time pressing, at some point in time counter pressing, at some point in time they went inside and waited for us to come. Almost vary game, that's what that's how the coaches talk about. And if we go to the second goal, now, it was very clear. And I brought friend Salisu Ekoko Kemu together with Ali Dusedu, then we had a problem. It's first half, Rich 2-1. See, na baba ya di
so to
baba ya di daddy players the fast you to woo you run there say baba second half was something else to happen but now this is the second goal no? Look Ali Said Wakem again we don't counter press for 3 players around him Salisu Subem the ball comes in you see it is always easy to fault individual players in games BC but at the highest level and you have to look at the game in itself. And those are the problems he faces. And I think say Obama to have credit for the second half. Then he has to do the job. Now, Yanko second half, Rich. Otto deserves every money that he's being paid for the Black Stars. You see, and maybe say out to question I said to have catch him and they say, Fifi, try and be a little bit positive. How are you, man? And then we come to him and say, hey, coach, there are only a few analysts who have been positive for your work. And when I got opportunity, because congratulations for the second half. Tactical tweaking was brilliant. And he says, thank you. So how can we be positive? We need it as a team, which is very good. But in the second half, I didn't know to here. 4 major things happened in the second half, into the team turning the game around. Otuado Ankasa is a very, very modest person. In the modesty in the post-match press conference, no, Otuado said, in Sune Toye, no, he gave us some good omen. Into a boy. Or say 2. Baba fans never no were very vociferous and important for Juma Air Park. So it almost to boy park and Yadomasi. And then finally, I say, in Sunya top pitch national and my body through, and we could play a little bit quicker for our gameplay and he helped us. But that is also being very, very modest in the gameplay. He changed a lot of things. First thing Otuado Sisa and say, you go second half. Now you will probably catch in the first half of the wingers no. Or swapping Kamadin Suleiman at the ball on the left hand side with Gideon Mensah so that Kamadin can cut in onto his right foot and cross. Then he played Fatau Shaku on the right hand side. Senegal said, Ali Diseru, man, Bebuano Krampuna. Fatau is very good 1v1 and can keep the weight. But for me, the most important tactical tweak in the second half was Adia tactical boxes this year. Rich first half near see a build up, you build with 3. Alidu, Jiku, and Salisu. But the second half build up was Salisu. And a Salis, our drop here, the 2 center backs in Mumienu, and a Jiku Ebiemu. Now, that gave us an opportunity. It means that in the first phase of ball progression, near Thomas Tepa and the receiving ball, who is more calmer, who is more technical, who has a better pass selection, and will feel for him than Salis, and also pushing the fullbacks. No, who is I say, maybe a Gideon Mensah because he's very high and wide. And on the other side, they are branching a friend Ali Lusedu to help in that zone. It was very, very important. So, the 3-4 goals you share all in the second half, 3 goals you share all in the second half. All of them was because we made very good tactical tweaks to stretch the back line of the Central African Republicans, had enough numbers in between the half spaces. Senegal's our press conference will be close to each other. You let them have quick one-touch passes, and then our goals were going to come. So your first reaction in the second half of your bino, we were able to get crosses because now Kamaldeen was playing on the footer. Obetime a very good crossing angle and then clip the ball into your goal now. Emmanuel 2-2 again. Siebenya from MCR. It was beautiful from our brother friend Kamaldeen Sulemana clipping the ball to the far post to our brother your friend Jordan Ayew and an excellent header. But the best goal in my opinion. ASR third last goal from Fatau Shaku. Combination play about 5 passes between ourselves in that zone before we could strike the ball and then get an important goal. For me, all in all, yeah.
Maybe I a question.
We played well. Okay, Mati, but my question, Uncle.
My question around. Okay. Now, I realized something. Time I near 4. Also, momentum now by side because I saw 4.
Yeah.
What I say?
Yeah.
Good. Now, so only team be a bobo.
Yeah.
Already we defending Wabeshe. Wabete Kabeshe 4.
Yeah.
I'm on the 2 goals gap. The quality be a behind so be reacted. Obe because it will be goals.
Yeah.
It means that say so be bien to.
Yeah.
Sabe no suno Otuado players na. Omo moment na Central African Republic for no. And I think say a hono and a man Central African Republic for no say bag game man. Yeah,
I think we were making a lot of mistakes in the game. One of the mistakes in our point, your game management generally
was too poor.
Yeah.
Because of 4.
Yeah.
Say so obebiem because e so obepe can be say. To obeja ne to. It is players now at that time momentum na ye de ball ne kon no you win that film.
But on also who from the point of view say
ball goals no ban. But I'm why.
Well, I'm why but when you win no and when I'm one was just one goal no. But again, you have a conversation in the context of baby any free ba. You ever match me enye ya see benya 6.2. It's any idea me say I'm why any day. Because Enuna yetimi share 4 goals. When was the last time we scored 4? When was the last time you come back? So these are all things Otuado and in match.
Score 4, but you consider 3
again. And then make a choice. These are things they will have to learn and progress. Your next match, March 2025. They have enough time to iron all of these differences. Again, there was a forced substitution. So Besha, Salisu to apply. And they do maybe on that form or question pacha once or no cry na go through. It means that next year they defender ba. Bani eba be changes data. Any of the album and buy any other boy chile to consolidate so abos no. All of these things are things that happen game state, and I think Rich Medicino, it was a good one. Again, for me, yeah, but international breakaway no. Ni nimse will get 6 points. It has been a very good preparative job, 6-point job done. I think the boys deserve a very good break on Benya. Now the onus lies on Otuado to be better. And Bisano, he can promise us one day.